Well, hello everybody, my name is Ghost for Face. Welcome to episode 16 of our Minesaft series. Today, oh boy, we got a episode. Today, we are going to build a lot of buildings, hopefully at least 6. I'd like to put a couple buildings right here. I'd like to put one back there, a few along the shore. Work on this shore, get some things together, get it to where, because it's not to my liking yet, so I've got to do a little bit of terraforming. I like originally I was going to cover this, but this actually gives me an idea. What if I had this be like into a cove underneath my town and I just built this out? It gives me some ideas, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that. But these are all the materials. Hopefully this should be enough stuff. I kind of just got literally anything I could think of so that I don't have to keep running back to my house. So hopefully this is everything that I will need. I'm really gonna focus on the detail. I really want to make these buildings taller. I want them more detailed, and I really want them to be really heavy on the stones. That's why I've got a lot of cobblestones, cobbled deep slate, a bunch of stones somewhere. Here's some stones, andesite. Then we've got some more tuff. I really want it to be heavy on those types of blocks, because I designed a few of these buildings already, and I'm probably not even going to use the designs that I came up with. I was just trying to get an idea of what should fit here. So, without further ado, Ghost for Phase 2. Take it away. Guys, we just finished our time lapse. Boy, oh boy, was that a lot of building. Long time to build all this. So we're coming down our main street right here. Now this is the first building. So as you see, I changed out the material for the roof of this tower right here. I went with deep slate instead of the diorite. I think the darker color is a little nicer, because it kind of goes from like this light stone to a little darker, the tough, and then to the darkest deep slate, and I really like how that looks. I'm not a big fan how you can see from right here through this window to the window in the back. Do you see? I don't really like that, but I really can't change that. But I am very, very happy with how this street is turning out. Look how wonderful this looks. I really, really, though, like the style of these ones right here. I love these buildings, how these three come together. And then this one that like comes out right here, and that just pushes forward. And I love. This one is kind of like it's one building, because, we have the door right here, and then it's pretty much just one building. The tower on top, I haven't really designed 100% how I want the top of the tower to be, so I don't really know. This building you didn't get to see time lapse for. The original design was so terrible when I built it. It did not come out how I wanted it to be, so I rebuilt the whole thing, and this is what it looks like now. Now the reason that it is a little off, is because it's even. It's 6 blocks wide, not 7, not 9. So as you see up there, it's a little different. Like the windows, they're too wide. But I do like this doorway, though. I'm pretty happy with this doorway. And like, it's just really tall inside. I didn't put a floor in, apparently. But at least I have the parts marked out where my floor is going to go. So at least I got that far. And no doorway. And then you guys also didn't get to see. I'm just building this land up just out here just a little bit. because I want to put like a raised area right here. It's going to be more like a raised courtyard kind of. It's not the main courtyard that's going back there. After tackling this project right here, I now realize how long this is going to take me. And I can't believe how many resources it took to build just all these buildings right here. It's about 6 buildings in the size of them though, and how compact everything is. Most of these walls are double layered so that I can have one wall be this, one wall be that. And the colors, they get a little bit more creative on the end. As you see, we're going brick, diorite, instead of just the stones and the deep slates. I mean, the stones, the tuff, and the woods. So I kind of wanted to get away from the wood. So I have wood heavy in this building, but these two are really different colors, just to help mix things up a little. Because I want it to all be in the same style, but still have some contrast. And I really think that these colors are really making that difference. And I've always wanted to do this, have this a little archway, and then have a building over the top. And on my plan for this platform's going to come out, and then it's going to be raised up. It's going to go up a little, and then we're going to have buildings all on the back of this, around this little area right here. These buildings are going to shift this way. This street right here is going to be a difficult street to build. This is on a total diagonal. This is going to really test how well am I getting the diagonal building down. We're really going to see. And Endermen keep messing with things. But let's land right here. Look at that view. Wow. Look at all of these buildings and the streets. Oh, I love the street. This is really bringing things together. And then when I built this entire row of buildings right here, I did not realize like how close I'm starting to get to the end of this island. And I was just, wow, like I am moving towards this dock. It's going to be long, many more episodes before we get this island built. But I also did something else while I was building. So I raised all this up, but I had 2 villagers that were sitting over here underground by this portal. And the reason that they were down there is because those were my 2 villagers that I was using. I would breed them and then send their babies over in all of my, like my villager trading hall, my farming area for all those farmers. I got all those villagers from here. So they are in here. I got an idea that what if I took these stonemasons, these 2, I'm going to breed them up, and then they're going to have 2 kids, and the children will sit in here. And these 2 guys, I kind of want to send them. This is a little out there of an idea, but I want to take these guys down into my mine. And I want to make it to where these guys, while I'm mining, I want to trade stone with them and all those blocks that I get. And I want it to be that as I'm mining, their trades will continually be refilled. So when I gather all the blocks, then I can just walk over to them, and then I can sell them the blocks that I just gathered. Okay, so we need honey, like really bad. So we need to go get bees. Now I've had a beehive come up from growing oak trees right here, and I said I wanted to keep that beehive, but that was a long time ago, and I never really got around to keeping it. I kind of just left it there, and they all died, and, things happen like that. So I am going to sit there right now and probably grow about 30 oak trees maybe, because I need oak wood. Oh, my goodness. I probably already said this, but those buildings over there, they depleted my resources. I used a whole double chest of stone. I was not prepared for that. That's why we need to go mining. I used so much tuff. I got barely any tuff left. I used a lot of my logs. I used to have a shulker box with like 15 stacks of logs in it. That's all gone. Used about 9 stacks of oak logs. Crazy stuff. I did not think I was going to use that much. Oh, and I want to. Here, let me show you one more thing. Now, I kind of want to keep all of my builds in this area I want them all to go together. I don't want anything to be too outlandish. All right, so we are probably not going to use crimson in this area. We probably aren't going to use stripped acacia, which would be a little too bright. We aren't going to really use birch. I love stripped birch, like as you see right here, but I'm not going to use it as the base block. It may be a little thing to add some detail, but not as the base block, because I kind of want to keep everything that I can as uniformed as I possibly can. So, again, I used a lot of stones, a lot of tufts, and then just a few accent blocks for those buildings right there. They're kind of like accent buildings, similar to this one right here. But the majority of things that we see, you see spruce wood and dark oak, and that's pretty much what you mostly see. Then you see like grays over there, and then you see a ton of stone. We got stone here, stone there. Everything is made out of stone and tough stone bricks. It's all cobblestone. That's what mostly we're building out of. And then a little bits of deep slate here and there. And I'm trying to keep our palettes similar. That is one of the main goals. But, yeah, I'm just trying to keep everything together. And keep all of our colors relatively the same so that nothing is too out of place. Because everything needs to be able to fit together. So I'm going to, right now, as I said before, oh yeah, we're going to go grow a bunch of trees and see if we can get some bees, and then we'll build a bee farm, and that'll be fun. So let's see if we can get some bees. Okay, everybody, so what we've been doing for the past while, a long while, is working with bees. So this building right here, I had no idea what I was going to put in the top 2 stories, and the bottom story, I just haven't got around to decorating it yet. But up here we have a bee farm, but it's not working, and I don't know why. Gonna have to just check on some things. They won't come out of their hives, is what's happening, and I don't know why. Is there something that I'm blocking it, maybe? Yeah, I really have no clue why they won't come out of their hives, but that's what we've been doing. So that's 4 bee boxes, each with 3 of them have 3 bees, 2 of them have 2 bees. I mean, 1 of them has 2 bees. I took the honeycomb off of it, and I thought they couldn't get out when I put the piece of glass back, but then they came out the backside, and one of them stung me. So luckily, I got the other 2 back in the box. So this is what we've been. So we got a bunch of honeycomb from shearing the bees when I was trying to make that thing. Well, shearing the beehives. So all of this copper on this roof is now waxed. Now, the reason I needed to do this now is because copper, I believe, in one of the next few updates for Bedrock Edition, just one of the smaller ones, is going to start aging twice as fast because they're patching a bug, and for some reason the game was randomly choosing spots that don't need to be checked for growth. Like it was checking things like way underground when there's no reason for it to check underground because there's no plants to grow, there's no trees to update, there's no farm crops to change, there's no copper to age. So now it's just going to only check things that actually can grow, like crops and copper aging, and it's only going to check things that will age over time, is what I believe it's supposed to do. That's just what I've heard, and I'm not 100% sure if it's coming in the next one or the one after or like in 1.19. I really got no clue. But I also, while I was getting those bees, so I was split. I don't know how that happened. So I was split between 2 things. So I wanted a place to have a bee farm that was like really centrally located. Like I spend a lot of time in the port town building and decorating. So that's why I put the bee farm in there. But I also wanted to have a place that was nice. And I always wanted to build a greenhouse. So welcome to our greenhouse. This is our little greenhouse right here. You can see the little bees inside. So these are the 2 original beehives that I actually went and got. They're over some campfires. So originally I had those campfires 1 up. 1 bee caught itself on fire. So now they're 1 down. Hopefully they won't catch themselves on fire anymore. So we've got some flowers, just in here in boxes for them to get their pollen from. It's pollen. Yeah, we just got flowers in the corners, and I saw someone use some light gray stained glass, or it may have been gray stained glass. I wasn't 100% sure, but I was like, oh my goodness, I like building with glass so that you can see. So I decided I'll take a try with building with some glass, and this is what I came up with. I'm pretty happy with the little design, and it's just another building. And hey, I got the interior done right away. I like the floor. Coarse dirt and the rooted dirt. Oh, it is. Just came to me. While I was going through my dirt, I have a few stacks of rooted dirt, and I was like, oh my goodness, rooted dirt, flowers. That would make sense. So that's what we have. And then we've got some little plants kind of like growing. And then right here, you know, got a vines growing. I was going to use real vines, but then I decided that I don't really have a way to control them yet. Like right here, I put a piece of string over this bamboo because I don't want it. I think if it grows one more, it'll get thicker. And I don't want it to grow thicker. I like how thin it is because it's supposed to be a tiny little piece of bamboo. And then we've got all of our other flowers in here. And then our little lights and everything. But as the sun sets on this beautiful Minecraft day, I'm gonna have to say that is going to be it for us today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Because if you don't, you may get ghosted.